Losing a spouse is one of the most painful experiences anyone can face. It's not just the emotional weight of grief, it's the sudden wave of responsibilities and decisions that come crashing down. In these moments, it's easy to make choices, based on sadness, loneliness, or pressure from others. But some decisions made too soon can lead to deep regrets, financial trouble, or emotional setbacks that make the road to healing even harder. Grief is personal. Everyone moves through it in their own way. But there are a few things you should be especially cautious about saying yes to right after losing a spouse. In this video, we'll go over 5 common mistakes that people often make after losing a partner, mistakes that many only recognize after the damage is done. By understanding these early on, you can protect your emotional, financial, and physical well-being during one of life's hardest transitions. Let's begin. Number 1. Making big financial decisions. Too soon, one of the most common and costly mistakes people make after losing a spouse is rushing into major financial decisions. It's completely understandable. Suddenly you're left to manage everything: bank accounts, insurance policies, retirement funds, maybe even the decision to sell or keep the home. In your grief, taking quick action can feel like you're getting things under control. But grief clouds judgment, and when emotions run high, decisions that seem practical in the moment might not serve you well in the long run. Many widows and widowers feel pressured by friends, financial advisors, or even by their own fears to make quick choices. Should I downsize the house? Should I move closer to the kids? Should I invest that insurance money? These are big, life-changing questions, and in the early months of grief, you're often not ready to answer them. Take Margaret, for example. At 74, she lost her husband of over 40 years. Everyone told her she should downsize, so she did. She sold the home they had built together and moved into a small apartment in a different town. But just months later, the regret hit her hard. She missed her neighborhood, her routines, and the comfort of the home that held decades of memories. She realized she had made a decision from fear, not from clarity. It's not just about real estate either. Sadly, many newly widowed individuals become targets for financial predators, people offering too good to be true investment opportunities or pressuring you to sign things quickly. Even well-meaning family and friends may push you to make fast decisions without realizing you need time. And then there's the urge to give. During grief, it's natural to want to help your children, grandchildren, or favorite charities. But giving away money or assets too quickly can leave you financially vulnerable in the years ahead. So what should you do? Experts often recommend following the 1-year rule, a simple but powerful idea. Avoid making any major financial decisions for at least 1 year after your spouse passes. Let the dust settle. Let your emotions breathe. Then, with a clearer mind, you'll be able to make choices that truly serve your future. Use this time to stabilize, not to overhaul your finances. If you need help, consult a trusted financial professional, someone who understands your needs, listens with empathy, and helps you plan carefully. Losing a spouse is already an overwhelming journey. Don't let rushed financial decisions add to your burden. Take your time. There's no need to rush. The best decisions are made with clarity, not grief. Number 2. Isolating yourself from friends and family. After losing a spouse, it's perfectly natural to want some time alone. Grief is deeply personal, and solitude can feel like a way to process the pain in peace. But while quiet moments are important, completely cutting yourself off from friends and family can lead to a deeper kind of loneliness, one that makes healing even more difficult. It often starts with the simple thought, "I just need more time." That's understandable, but isolation can quietly become a habit that's hard to break, and over time it can affect your emotional well-being, your mental health, and even your physical health. Human connection plays a vital role in helping us cope with loss. In fact, research shows that prolonged isolation can lead to increased sadness, anxiety, higher blood pressure, a weaker immune system, and even a shorter life expectancy. On the other hand, even small social interactions can ease emotional pain and remind you that you're not alone. Take the example of 78-year-old Walter. After his wife of 52 years passed away, he stopped answering phone calls, skipped family dinners, and barely left the house. He told himself people wouldn't understand his grief and that being alone was simply easier. But as the months went by, he began to feel worse. His days blended together, his appetite faded, and he felt disconnected from the world. Everything began to shift when a neighbor invited him over for a simple cup of coffee. That visit turned into a weekly tradition, and soon Walter found himself reconnecting with others little by little. The pain of loss didn't vanish, but the support, conversation, and sense of connection made his days feel lighter. You don't need to jump into big social events. Start small. Answer a phone call. Take a short walk with a friend. Visit a neighbor for tea. Join a local or online support group. Even sitting quietly with someone you trust can be comforting. You don't have to talk. Just being around others can gently remind you that life still holds connection, kindness, and even moments of joy. Another mistake some people make is pushing away those who care the most. Grief can bring exhaustion, irritability, and the feeling that others just don't understand. But remember, your loved ones may not have perfect words, but their presence can still offer comfort. Let them in, even if just a little at a time. Also, consider connecting with people who've been through similar losses, whether through a grief group, community gathering, or online forum. Talking to others who truly understand can make all the difference. There's no timeline for healing, and there's no right way to grieve. But completely isolating yourself only makes the journey harder. You don't have to carry the weight alone. There are people who care, who want to help, and who will walk beside you, one step at a time. If you're still watching this video and found this part helpful, comment number 2 below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. Your support helps us continue creating thoughtful content just for you. Number 3, ignoring your own health and well-being. When you lose a spouse, it's easy to stop focusing on your own health. You might feel too overwhelmed for doctor visits, skip meals, or let daily routines slide. Some people even feel guilty about taking care of themselves, as if being healthy somehow means they're moving on too fast or not grieving enough. But here's the truth. Neglecting your health won't bring you closer to the one you lost. It only makes the road ahead more difficult. Taking care of your well-being isn't selfish, it's survival. It's how you stay strong, so you can continue living in a way that honors both your love and your life. Grief affects your body in ways you might not expect. It can raise your blood pressure, weaken your immune system, disrupt your sleep, and impact your appetite. Some people lose interest in food, while others turn to comfort foods that aren't nourishing. Over time, these small changes can lead to bigger health problems. Let's look at James, age 81. After his wife passed, he stopped cooking for himself. He wasn't hungry and didn't see the point. When he did eat, it was often just something quick and processed. Within a few months, he felt tired all the time. He was losing weight, sleeping poorly, and didn't feel like himself. His daughter noticed and gently encouraged him to see a doctor and start eating better. James didn't need a total lifestyle change, just small steps. He started preparing simple meals again and taking short walks in the morning. Little by little, his energy returned. He still missed his wife dearly, but his body and spirit began to feel stronger. You don't need to do everything at once. Just start with small, manageable habits. Drink enough water. Try to eat 3 balanced meals a day. Go for short walks, even around the block. Schedule a checkup with your doctor. Make time to rest, breathe, and be gentle with yourself. If you're taking care of your body, you're giving yourself the strength to heal emotionally too. The goal isn't to feel normal right away. It's to stay well enough to keep moving forward. Your loved one would want you to take care of yourself. Self-care doesn't dishonor your grief. It respects it by helping you face each day with the strength you need. Losing a spouse is one of the most painful experiences anyone can go through. In the aftermath, it's natural to want time alone. Grief is deeply personal, and sometimes solitude feels like the only way to process the overwhelming emotions. But while moments of quiet reflection are important, completely cutting yourself off from friends and family can deepen your loneliness and make healing even harder. Many people unintentionally slip into isolation. They tell themselves they just need more time. But the truth is, isolation can become a pattern that's difficult to break. Human connection plays a vital role in emotional and even physical health, especially in times of loss. When someone withdraws for too long, they may experience increased sadness, anxiety, and even health issues. Studies have shown that prolonged isolation can weaken the immune system, raise blood pressure, and even shorten life expectancy. On the other hand, staying connected, even in small ways, can ease the emotional burden and offer much-needed support. Take the example of 78-year-old Walter. After losing his wife of 52 years, he stopped answering phone calls, avoided family gatherings, and rarely left the house. He told himself no one could understand his grief. But as time passed, his sadness deepened. His energy dropped. He lost his appetite. Then one day, a neighbor invited him over for coffee. That simple moment sparked a shift. One conversation turned into a weekly routine. Eventually, he started seeing friends again, and while the pain didn't disappear, he no longer felt completely alone. You don't need to force yourself into large social settings right away. Start small, answer a phone call, take a short walk with a friend, join a support group. Even just being around others, listening more than speaking, can remind you that you're not alone. It's also common to feel irritated or misunderstood by those trying to help. But pushing people away, especially those who truly care, can create emotional distance that only deepens your pain. Your loved ones may not have the perfect words, but their presence alone can bring comfort. Let them in, slowly and in your own time. Connecting with others who've experienced a similar loss can also be healing. Whether it's a grief support group, a community gathering, or an online forum, talking to people who understand your pain can provide reassurance that you're not alone. There's no timeline for grief, and no perfect way to heal. But isolating yourself will only make the journey more difficult. Finding small ways to reconnect with the world around you can offer unexpected moments of strength, support, and even joy. If this video resonates with you, please comment number 2 below to let us know you're here. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you never miss a video that supports and uplifts you. Number 3. Ignoring your own health and well-being. After the loss of a spouse, many people become so overwhelmed by grief that they start neglecting their own health. It's easy to skip meals, miss doctor appointments, or abandon daily routines. Some even feel guilty about taking care of themselves, as if focusing on their health somehow dishonors the depth of their grief. But neglecting your well-being doesn't bring you closer to your loved one. It only makes the road ahead more difficult. Grief takes a toll on the body. It can raise blood pressure, disrupt sleep, weaken the immune system, and even increase the risk of heart problems and cognitive decline. Some people lose their appetite entirely, while others turn to unhealthy comfort foods. These changes can seriously affect both physical and emotional health. Take 81-year-old James, for example. After his wife died, he stopped cooking for himself. He said he just wasn't hungry. When he did eat, it was quick and processed food. Over time, he began to feel constantly tired, lost weight, and had trouble sleeping. His daughter eventually stepped in and encouraged him to start eating regular meals again, even if he didn't feel like it. Once he made small changes like preparing simple, nutritious meals and drinking more water, his energy returned and his mood improved. He felt more able to cope with his grief. Self-care is not just about food. It includes movement, sleep, and mental health. Many widows and widowers stop exercising, not because they don't want to stay healthy, but because they no longer have a partner to do it with. However, even a short daily walk can reduce stress, boost mood, and improve longevity. Joining a walking group or an exercise class can offer both physical benefits and social connection. Another common mistake is skipping medical appointments. In times of grief, it may feel overwhelming to keep up with routine care. But this is when your health matters most. Regular checkups, managing chronic conditions, and staying on top of medications can significantly improve your ability to navigate this chapter of life. Mental health is just as important. Grief can lead to depression, anxiety, and hopelessness, especially if you're isolated. Reaching out for help isn't a sign of weakness. Whether it's talking to a counselor, joining a support group, or opening up to a trusted friend, these steps can bring relief. Your spouse would want you to take care of yourself. Honoring their memory means continuing to live in a way that supports your well-being and allows space for healing. Number 4. Rushing into a new relationship. After the death of a spouse, the loneliness can be overwhelming. It's natural to crave companionship, but one of the biggest mistakes people make is rushing into a new relationship before they've had time to grieve. There's nothing wrong with seeking connection, but when your heart is still healing, it's easy to mistake comfort for compatibility. Many people jump into relationships not because they're ready, but because they want to escape the pain, avoid being alone, or fill a void. Consider 72-year-old Barbara. Just months after losing her husband of nearly 50 years, she met someone and quickly entered a new relationship. At first, it felt like what she needed. Someone to talk to, share meals with, distract her from the loneliness. But over time, she realized she wasn't emotionally ready. The relationship moved too fast and didn't feel right. Eventually, she stepped away, wishing she'd given herself more time to heal first. When you've spent decades with someone, your routines, memories, and emotional patterns are deeply tied to that person. Entering a new relationship too soon can bring guilt, confusion, and unfair comparisons. Some people are also more vulnerable to manipulation during this time. Scammers and opportunists sometimes target grieving seniors, pretending to offer emotional support while seeking financial gain. If someone pressures you into quick commitments or urges you to make financial decisions, those are red flags. Healthy relationships later in life are absolutely possible. Many widows and widowers find love again. But the best relationships happen when both people are emotionally ready, when the connection is based on healing, not desperation. Take your time, reflect, rediscover who you are as an individual. And if you choose to date again, go at your own pace. Talk to trusted friends. Listen to your instincts. The choice is yours and no one else's. Number 5. Holding on to every possession without letting go. After losing a spouse, deciding what to do with their belongings can feel like an impossible task. Every item holds meaning. Letting go can feel like losing them all over again. Many people keep everything, every piece of clothing, every note, every item, just as it was. It's a way to stay close to their memory. But over time, a home frozen in the past can turn into a shrine of grief rather than a place of comfort. Holding on to some special items is healthy, but keeping everything can weigh down your healing process. Take 76-year-old Harold. After his wife died, he left everything, exactly as she had. Her shoes by the door, her clothes in the closet, her chair untouched. At first it brought comfort, but eventually it became a daily reminder of what was lost. It was only after he began donating some items, while keeping a few meaningful ones, that he felt a sense of relief. It wasn't about forgetting. It was about allowing space to breathe. Letting go doesn't mean letting go of love. It means making room for healing. You can start small. Keep a few cherished items, a piece of jewelry, a handwritten note, a photo, and find a special place for them. When you're ready, sort through the rest, choosing what truly brings comfort. You may also feel pressure from others to move on or clear things out. But these decisions should happen on your timeline, not anyone else's. Some people find comfort in transforming items into something new. A favorite shirt can become a quilt. Letters can be turned into a memory book. Sentimental items can be passed down to family. This way, your loved one's presence continues, not just in things, but in the love shared across generations. Grief is not about holding on to things. It's about honoring the love you shared. And sometimes, making space is the most loving thing you can do for both of you. Losing a spouse changes everything: how you live, how you think, how you see the future. Grief is complex, and there's no one-size-fits-all guide. But avoiding a few common mistakes, like rushing financial decisions, isolating yourself, neglecting your health, jumping into a new relationship too soon, and clinging to every possession, can help ease the path toward healing. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, and moving forward doesn't mean leaving your spouse behind. It means carrying their memory in a way that allows you to live with strength, peace, and even joy. Which part of today's message spoke to you the most? Leave a comment below and share one thing you've learned and how you'll use it on your journey. Your words inspire us, and others too. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support means everything to us. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.